Yodeling, yodeling. Oh, I think I split my shorts.
You may run, but you can never hide, no? Because
food is an expression of love.
but it's also a challenge that I can never turn away and refuse. But time is of essence, and we must make the most of this beautiful, exquisite. We look at each other in emboldened passion. Bastille, merci beaucoup, meaning you can never say never. When you can say, but of course. Dean can cook, and he shall. Dean can cook, and he shall. Welcome everybody to Real Deal Media's Dean Can Cook, an original series here. I am your chef, Chef Dean Ryan, and it's so good to be here tonight. Tonight is a season premiere of sorts. Tonight we are going to have one of the most exquisite, most requested items of cuisines in all of my career as one of the elite chefs around the world. We're going to be having orange peel Mexican chicken. How do you like the sounds of that? Yes, we are. We're going to be diving into some of the Far East cuisines that have been Americanized by the Far West and even south of the border, as a beautiful crustacean fusion is upon us here tonight. So I'm going to show you some instructions. This is, of course, a continuation of the Man Food series. Men, we're always on the go. We have a war to fight. We're in the battle. We're in traffic. We don't have the time for all of the little protocols that, women do in the kitchen. We don't have the time for it. So that's why we are going to be learning how to do things in a very man fashion right away, because we have things to do. So you don't want to miss that here tonight, as we are broadcasting live on The Real Dean Ryan over there on Facebook, as well as Rumble and Dean Ryan TV over there at YouTube, The Graveyard. Okay, and I will be fielding questions as we go. And men, this will help your lives. And I can't even tell you the outpouring amount of emails I've gotten from just men around the world of saying, Dean, thank you for helping my relationship. Ever since I cooked one of the Dean Can Cook cuisines, love blossoms in the air. And then it's bon appetit. Okay, so that's how that one goes. All right. So here's what we're going to do here. I'm going to show you some of these things. Due to the writer's strike in Hollywood and all the cameramen, I'm going to have to do my own camera, just because sometimes you have to know what we're going to have here. So here's what we have here. Right now, we're going to have mushrooms, oranges, orange peel, okay, celery, pea snaps, and my favorite, ginger. These are what you need. And of course, chicken. We'll get to that. So make sure you have those items. Minced garlic. You don't want to mince around. If you do, make sure it's with garlic. All right, there we have that. And hopefully you can hear me here. Let's make sure I want everyone to make sure they're able to hear me on this. Okay, continuing. Okay, so we have minced garlic, spinach, and then here's the beautiful thing too. We have Spanish rice. That's the separation of the men and the boys. You get that? Or as they say in Mexico, the portocitos and the hombres. So that's how we're going to do that one tonight. Now what we need are, well, first of all, also, last but not least, fresh pollo, which is chicken in French. So there we have that one. All right. Now, we have some of the tools, which are very important, because, as you know, safety's first in the kitchen. Safety always first. I've been known to see accidents from other chefs. A lot of novices out there, they lose fingers, limbs, the whole nine. It is a battlefield. Yeah, not just love, ladies. The kitchen is a battlefield. So we're going to have our peeler, which is, look at that peeler too. It's also a good back scratch. Sometimes you might need it. Okay. We have a different kind of peeler. It's more of the cutting throat peeler when you're in a rush and you just don't, you don't really care about accuracy. Then we have some of the other things here. We have my trusty chef's knife. Okay, you gotta be a master of chef at least 10 years before you know how to use one of these things. It's one of the sharpest knives in the business, and I'm not kidding. Just like that. All right, and then finally, sometimes you need to bang things out. Well, we have hammers. It's always hammer time. You never know when you're going to need that. See? All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the rice on. Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn the rice on, and you want to put about 2 cups of water in there. And who's looking, but we have a little H2O right there. We're going to put it right here in the yellow rice now. Let's make sure that's burning on the right burner. You never know, you don't want to burn the house down. Okay, just pour it in there as so. We're going to let that swim, marinate, and hibernate too. Okay. Also, I'm going to put a little of this stuff in here. Now, this is very interesting. This is fresh spinach, not from a can. From a, well, I think it's rinsed off, but we'll put that there. We'll come back to that. Okay. Okay, we have that. We're going to put some of this spinach into the rice because this is what makes things just flourish. And I've seen things flourish. You could go to LA, and LA has the who's who of the food trucks. They have the taco food trucks with the bulgogi, the Korean fusion. And let me tell you, that's the #1 requested taco in Los Angeles is the Korean barbecue taco trucks. You're not going to find anything else. And a lot of that too started in Austin, Texas, and then it transferred over back to LA. So a lot of the chefs from Frisco, LA, New York, they all went to Austin, created these beautiful ideas, and they all came back home to roost here. And drop something here. Okay, and make sure you don't get electrocuted. It's very easy to do around here. Okay, now we have, this is a little orange peel sauce. I don't know if you can see that right there. Now, this sauce right here, let me tell you, it has, it's not spicy. I know there's a lot of people with spices and issues, and my palate has changed over time. So this is not a spicy ordeal. It's going to be zesty, hint of spice, and all the sweetness that makes it nice. And that's what this little orange teriyaki sauce can be. So I'm going to heat up the pan here. Okay, just like that. We're going to heat that up just fine. Now, as it's heating up, I'm going to get this orange, as you see right here. And, we don't have time to do it, so I'm going to get the old back scratching one here first. Just do it like that. Okay. Just a little bit. Now, look at the crust that are coming down from this. Look, we don't have all the time in the day, so we're going to speed things up here. We're going to use this one right here. We call this the Hannibal Lecter razor. Okay, we just do that. Sometimes you just cut it off. It just takes too damn long. And you just do that as seen on TV, just like that. And then, you eat these things. They clear your sinuses, get rid of calyx, the whole thing. Okay? Right, just like that. Now, do you hear that? Do you hear that? It is sizzling. That is success. Now, we're just about 5 minutes into this. You could see things are getting stressful. The world's all around us. The Epstein files could be released, could not be released. We don't have time to pay attention here. And that's where the accidents happen. That's where lives are lost. So this is what we found in the meantime. Black box wine. It goes good with everything, let me tell you. So we're just going to pour this just a little bit here. Just because you got to make sure you're a little festive when you're making festive food. If you don't have, you know, the love you make is equal to the love you take. That's what I've heard. So just pour a little bit of that in there. And, you know, reminiscent of your college days, certainly mine as well. And, well, that's a bit more than I was thinking. But anyways, we'll make do. A little white wine here. Now, here's the secret, too. Just pour a little bit in here into the sauce. Nobody's looking. No harm, no foul, no victim, no crime. Okay. So we're going to do that, and we're going to put a little more zesty stuff here. Okay. Now look at this right here. Let me just bring this camera right here. Let me tell my cameraman. Look at the wonderful formation of that sauce. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to smell anything more pleasant than that. It smells so good. It smells so good, I'm losing my smell. Okay, so now we're going to put some of the, some of the spinach. We're going to break it up a little bit, okay? We're going to put into the rice, just like that. Just like that. We're all grown people here. We all go through different puberties a few times in life, okay? So look what I'm doing here. Just like that, break it up. You could slice it up, dice it up, whatever you want to do. And let that simmer there. Okay. God, that smells good. This is original Spanish rice. You're not going to get this anywhere else. This is fantastic. Hope you're hungry out there. I know I am. Okay. Here we go. We're going to let that boil. Okay, let's get back to the main dish now. So here's the sauce. I want you to see what I'm doing here. I'm lightly, just very lightly, stirring the orange peel sauce made from scratch. You know, General Tao, yeah, he called me. That's how it went. Okay, now I'm going to get the ginger. This is where things heat up. So get the ginger just like that. Do one of these things. It's great aerobics too. You know, you got kids, you got laundry, you have warrants, whatever you got going in your life. This is time efficient. Time efficient. Time efficient. Well, sometimes it's not as efficient as you want it. You just got to cut a little harder. Okay, just like that. Patience is a virtue, they say. Okay. Careful you don't take a finger out. I've done that a few times. Thank God for stem cell transplant. All right, here we go. We got that. Now we're going to put some vegetables in here. So we got the pea snaps. Okay. Okay, we got some pea snaps. Make sure it's at a low fissure. Okay. Now we're also going to put some of this wonderful mushroom here. And by the way, if you are a vegetarian, that's good. You could put cashews, you could put almonds in here. We're going to do the whole thing here. So we're going to put more mushrooms. More mushrooms as seen on TV. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, it smells so amazing. This smells so amazing. You aren't missing out here, but it can be done. Ladies, this is what us men have to do. It is war out there, and we have to eat if we're going to fight, you know, the enemies. Okay, so what about the traditional things people put in the Far East dishes like celery? Well, I got you covered. Look at this right here. So, let's say, you know, you have a kid in one arm, you got to babysit, and you only have one arm free. Yep, precision. Okay, precision. That's right. Okay, here we go. So precision, we're gonna put some celery in there. Okay. Okay, we got that in there. All right. Okay, put it all in there. Now, you want to put the chicken in last because the chicken cooks right away, and you don't want a chicken that's well overdone. Okay, so I understand that. So before we're going to let this simmer in here, in a huge wok. Remember to walk, don't run. Now we want to get the hammer right there. Court is in session. Okay, here we go. We're going to now add the final. I'm going to put some cauliflower in there. Okay. Cauliflower, the whole thing. All right. Look at this wonderful cauliflower. Now, you may say to yourself, Dean, I can't have carbs. Well, I suggest cauliflower. You can get cauliflower rice. You could just have cauliflower as is. So we're going to do that. Okay, we're going to add cauliflower as so. Okay, there you have it. Wonderful. Look at the colors. You have yellow, you have orange, you have other. All right, there we have it. Now, here's another thing here. Mixed nuts. Right, this is going to be real good. I'm going to field questions here. Deluxe, put in there little almonds, cashews, you name it. Okay, now here's the moment we've been waiting for. And we're going to slow cook this. I'm going to check the rice here. Look at the rice. Look at it. Look at that. Rice is just sauteing with the spinach. There's so much health items in here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm like Jack LaLanne reincarnated right now. This is incredible. Okay. So that's going. We're going to field questions here in a minute. Now we're going to put the chicken in. This is where things get good. Okay. Put the chicken in. Put a few pieces in, however much you think is appropriate. You know. I'll put about 5 pieces in there. Okay. Oh, who's counting? I'll put 6. All right, we got 6 pieces in there. We're going to let that saute. Now look what I'm doing here. I'm going to turn down the rice because I think I just steamed it to death. Now look at this here. This is absolutely gorgeous. We're going to let this simmer. You got veggies, you got protein, you got chicken, you got peas, snap peas, mushrooms. And here is the big kicker here. Here's the big secret you're not going to learn in culinary arts right now. We're going to have the zest of the wine. Voila. And the orange. Look at these oranges here. Wonderful. Okay. So now we're going to just let that sit for a while. So this is what it's all about. And you're saying to yourself, God, Dave, you just saved me a fortune. You saved me time. Time is money. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what it's all about. Cooking, not just on a budget, but cooking on a timer. Like you have a ticking time bomb somewhere nearby. Okay, so we have the rice done. We're going to let that sit for a while. And then we have our wine. It's not that hard. It can be done. It's not conventional, but yet it's somewhat exotic in a way. What do you think out there? Let's see. Let's start with people on Rumble. Who's hungry out there? Raise your glass. Well, we have Rumble Mania on Rumble saying, making me hungry. Yes, well, wait till you taste this. We also have Rebel Mama saying, smells delicious. I'm telling you, I'm smelling the rainbow. That's just fantastic. Or the tangerine fields, if you will. we have Linda Craig that says Galloping Gourmet. Yes, it's a giddy up gourmet too, because I'm feeling very uppity with the zesty smells and aromas. I can't even help myself. If I touch myself, I'm steaming right now. That's how great it is. Okay, so now we're going to have this for about 10 minutes or so. Okay, 10 minutes or so. And look at this thing thickening. Before we go to break here, look how this is thickening. You see that? It's just thickening. We're going to put some oil in there a little bit, maybe a little bit more zesty orange. But that's okay. We're going to pump up the, not the volume, but the heat. Okay. Now, here's another thing you can do to pass time. And I'm going to tell you all about that after this quick break, because I'm going to get ready. It's in the fridge. This is where the lime chips and salsa come into play. You don't want to miss this. So you're watching Dean Can Cook. After the break, I'm going to show you what we're going to eat in the meanwhile while our wonderful orange peel chicken is cooking. You don't want to miss it right after this break. Stand by.
You don't see many wild stallions anymore. No, you don't see many wild stallions anymore. And even if he did run off 3 of your best mares, he's one of the last of a wild and very singular breed. Come to where the flavor is. Come to Marlboro country.
Pizza tastes good.
You've never seen a place like Showbiz Pizza Place. We'll serve you a pizza second to none. So come for pizza, stay for the fun.
Showbiz Pizza Place with over 60 electronic games. Pizza baked fresh every day. And a stage show extravaganza on 3 stages.
So come for pizza, stay for the fun.
I bet that pizza tastes
There she goes, there she goes again, racing through my brain, in a just can't contain, please feel right.
You may run, but you can never hide, no? Because
Food is an expression of love.
but it's also a challenge that I can never turn away and refuse. But time is of essence, and we must make the most of this beautiful, exquisite. We look at each other in bolting passion, but still, merci beaucoup, meaning you can never say never. When you can say, but of course. Dean can cook, and he shall.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Real Deal Media's original series, Dean Can Cook. I am Chef Boyardeen, and boy, are things heating up. I am sweating like a chef in church right now. Okay, so here's what we have right now. Things are boiling really intensely here. As you can see right there, we have the orange peel chicken that is at a high temperature, very dangerous. Very dangerous, as they say. We also have our Spanish rice with the spinach in it. And things are about to get very interesting here. Just so you know, I'm a professional. Don't try this at home if you're not comfortable. Luckily, I'm comfortable and I'm trained in 5 different martial arts, just so we know, okay? And we have, if you have questions, don't worry, we'll try to attend to those as possible. Now, as this is happening, I have a salsa right here. Salsa with a hint of lime chip, and it goes good with this kind of cuisine, and I wouldn't recommend it otherwise, see? Yeah. Tastes good to me. Okay, so. Whew. It ain't easy. So now we have our wine. By the way, tonight is brought to you by Black Box Premium Wines. Why have wine in a bottle when you can have it in a box? Wonderful. Having a buttery Chardonnay with our chicken. Okay. Man, feels like I'm doing aerobics here. Okay, so anyways, we're going to swing things around here, as you can see. Careful of the third-degree birds here. Chicken's almost done. Needs about 10 more minutes. Can you smell that? It's so zesty. I feel like a real fox around the hen house. Now, I'm not happy with this. I want a bit more ginger. So I'm going to get my ginger. But we're in a rush. You're in a rush. Everybody's hungry. People are hangry too. So we're gonna peel it just like that. Gotta put a little muscle into it. Put a little muscle, just a little muscle. Sometimes these things are tricky. Luckily, oh shit, hold on. It's a bit of a breezy wind in here. It's hard to keep up. So luckily, I have backup ginger. So sometimes those pieces fall. What are you going to do? We're going to use our big knife here. Now this is a knife. We don't have time in the world. Time is money. Money, time. Put that in there. And also, we're going to put some oranges in there too. It's so damn windy in here, I do apologize. Whew, it's getting hot. Okay. All right. We're going to get the rest of this orange. We're going to put it in here. As seen, right there. Yeah, just smother that around, smother it around a little bit. Now these are not the Maldives oranges, but these are the tangerines you can get. Okay, now I want to put some garlic salt on this, and I'm going to put the minced garlic too. We're going to start with minced garlic. This is what you need. It's getting very dangerous, very dangerous. Right there, get about a teaspoonful. Okay, one more for the road. A lot of garlic. Okay. Now, we're going to do a little dash, just a little dash of garlic salt. Here we go. Then I'm going to show you the big secret. Okay. Now here's the big secret. You got to pay attention to this one here. 100% pure honey. We're going to pour it on top of all this. That's the big secret. Hold on, we're going to cut the break real quick here, so stand by. Shit. Okay, we're back now. This is why you don't do acrobats in the kitchen. Little mishaps can happen when you least expect them. Okay. All right. So, anyways, what I was trying to show you is we're just gonna get the honey, just like that. Okay. Just like that. Okay. All right. There you have it. Okay. A little clean up here. Oh, you know, my sous chef called in sick. That's what happened. All right. Make sure my bib is on. We want to look presentable for the customers. Okay. Well, look at that. Jeez. All right, here we go. I'm checking. Excuse me. Well, that's not good. We have, well, the microphone fell in the wine. Okay. All right. Hopefully you can hear me. Whew. All right. Here we go. We're going to do a little checkup here. Look at this here. We have a beautiful, it's beautiful formation. Got your poultry. Wonderful. Look at the smell, the aroma. My God. I feel like a newborn. Feel like a newborn. That's wonderful. I'd say about 5 more minutes, and that's ready to go here. This is blazing hot too. Literally, the hair on my arms are falling off right now, and I'm sweating like I'm on the treadmill right now. That's hot. Woo! That's hot. Okay. All right. So this should be easy. You should be able to do this at home. The rice, I'm going to test the rice right now. I swear to you, this is going to be the best rice. This is just wonderful. Oh. Oh. Absolute heaven. Anyways, that's the rice. What say you out there? Do you think you can make this? We're just about to have the chicken. We're going to try the chicken. Okay. Let's see what people are saying. We have Maddie Lynn over there in Rumble saying, Dean's karate won't let the pan get out of line. Well, I'll tell you, there's a correlation between the two. Thank you, Maddie. We have Rebel Man who says that Chef Dean doesn't yell like Chef Ramsay. Well, he's wasting his energy wrong. We have also Rebel Mama who is, I think, highly misled. She's saying men get more emotionally involved than women in the kitchen. That's not true. No, it's just we're on a time crunch and we're fighting. You know, we're at war with somebody. We got to be ready for it at all times. Yeah, hammer time. Yeah, that's a knife. Okay. Okay. It is very scrumptious. Okay. Angelina Rice says, or Wolf says, spinach in the rice. Nice. Yeah. Absolutely. And by the way, thank you, Angelina. Tomorrow morning, by the way, members, we're having Sunday brunch tomorrow at 12 p.m. noon Eastern. You don't want to miss it. And I'm going to show you how we can actually make Spanish breakfast with the rice. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss that. So that is something to be seen. And yeah, you want to put always put honey. You can put honey in the poultry. You can put honey in a lot of things. Just don't put, don't smother it. I use honey all the time for coffee. You can absolutely, honey is one of the best things you can have. One of the best things you can have, all around. We have Liz Marchant asking, Dean, do you clean as you go, or do you leave everything in a pile till the morning? Well, that is subjective, Elizabeth. As soon as I'm done eating, it's all voila, pristine. And we have Seth Black, who has a very kooky, he has very kooky ingredients. He says, I cook Spanish rice and Coca-Cola. Seth, that explains a lot. Okay, let's check up on our chicken. you know, all the things, you're in a rush. Okay, so here we go. Okay, well, it's almost done. We're going to try it out a little bit. It's a little hot in there. A little hot. A little hot. It's a battlefield. Remember, it is a battlefield. Okay. Okay. Now, because I am losing a lot of calories, I'm losing a lot of water weight, it's very important to keep hydrated. Men, you could have lager with this. You could have box wine that's buttery. You could have sake, which is rice wine. But nonetheless, now, like I said, too, if you're vegetarian, hey, it's good. Even if you're not vegetarian, it's good to have vegetarian dishes. You could put cashews in there. You could put almonds in lieu of the chicken. It's just as good. You could put shrimp, you know, whatever you want to do with the seafood. We have Claudine asking, do you deliver to Australia? Yes, we do. As starting tonight, Seth will deliver. Drink Black Box. Okay, thank you very much. Oh boy, we have a lot of people here. We have Rebel Man who says, looks like a beer dish to me. Okay, well, you know. Anyways, again, so orange peel chicken. Well, and this is the sweetest orange, I'm telling you. Now, here's what we're going to have for dessert, as this is just about done. I've been boasting about this next thing for a long time. That is very, very hot. It's just about ready to go. Okay. I'm going to put some more honey on this real quick. Just a dab will do you. A dab will do you. A dab will do you. A big dab will do you. Okay. Because the creative juices come out from the zestiness. That's all I'm trying to prove here. Okay, so let's do this now. Now, what I have for dessert is fantastic. They're called donut peaches, and I showed you this the other day. And here in Virginia, these are what you want to eat every time you get a chance, and try not to get a paper cut. Look at just the donutness of it. And what you could do after this is all done, you could put it on a hot fryer, get the natural aroma, the juices to come out of this, and then you got yourself a peach cobbler. If you want to put ice cream or whatever on that, I like it as is, so that's going to be our dessert. Okay. Okay. Whew. All right. Here we go. This is just about done. Want to give you a nice presentation here. See that? Look at the color. Boneless. You have boneless chicken. Boneless chicken. You can use bone. It doesn't matter to you. You know, it doesn't matter to me anyway. Any way you want it, any way you need it, just like the song says. You can't go wrong with this. Okay. I'm going to turn it up. Oh shit. Just a little bit like that. It's time dying in here. Okay, so we're gonna have our rice dish ready. Just not enough wine. Would you agree to that? Not enough wine. What am I missing? Am I missing anything? Whew. What is that soldier? Okay. Brought to you by Black Box Buttery Chardonnay. Just so you see it. There you have it. Just a little dab will do you. Not much of a wine guy, but hey, you know, when on the East Coast, do like they do in Rome. Spilt everywhere. It's fine. To answer Liz Martian's question, we clean up immediately following the broadcast. All right. Okay, I'm going to heat up the rice again. This chicken's about ready to go. I'm going to heat up the rice. It's about ready to go. Okay, so we get the rice right here. We got our spinach. We got our Spanish rice. This is a wonderful combination. I think it's food is what heals the world. It unites all cultures, all countries. We all come together. And, you know, look what America's done. A lot of cuisines, you know, Chinese American food, Mexican. It's like a great melting pot. I think in Australia they have a place I love. It's called Nando's. I love that. They've done a wonderful job bringing that Spanish cuisine to the wonderful Australian people. They have that in London too, I think. I'm trying to remember if I went there. But they got all those wonderful spices. Okay. So here's what I got right here. Now, okay, here we go. I'm going to my trusty spoon. That's how it's done. Trusty spoon, okay, we got our trusty spoon. All right, here we go. This is the moment we've been waiting for. I get emotional sometimes because it's so good. Here it is, guys. It's already splashed on me. I have 4th degree burns at this point. Pollo. Put the pollo right there. There we go. Look at that wonderful coloration. Wonderful. Wonderful colors. Tiny bubbles in Hawaii. Right, here we go. A little bit here. I think that's good right now. What do you think? We're going to let that sizzle a little bit more. Okay. Voila. And voila. Okay. Let's see here. Check, check, check. Okay, so here is the final product. Okay. We have the wonderful orange peel chicken, orange peel Mexican chicken on Spanish yellow rice. Let's try it a little bit. Okay. Okay, we're going to try the mushroom first. See how the vegetables turned out. insanely good. Insanely good. I'm so in love with myself right now. Okay, now here's the chicken. Here's the moment we've been waiting for. Cut it off. All right, here it is. Here it is. Oh. Voila. And that, my friends, is how you make orange peel Mexican chicken. Well, I hope you learned something here tonight, and guys, believe me, this works every time. And I hope you, in a rush, in a rut, well, it's not that hard to bring gourmet to your local dinner table. So, until next time, for all of us chefs here at Real Deal Media Culinary Arts, I'm Dean Ryan. Always reminding you to stay tuned, stay awake, and stay hungry. Bon appetit.